A very good afternoon. You're watching the midday news on Rajya Sabha television. My name is Aishwarya Kapoor. Let us start the bulletin with the headlines. Condition of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee continues to be critical. AIIMS releases the latest medical bulletin and says he is on life support systems. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu visits AIIMS in the morning. BJP President Amit Shah, Home Minister Rajnath Singh, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj among top BJP leaders to inquire about Vajpayee's condition at AIIMS. Death toll in Kerala floods crosses 80, centre rushing additional NDRF teams to the state. Hundreds are stranded in houses as roads turn into rivers. Union Minister KJ Alphonse to leave for state to coordinate rescue drive. Centre tells Supreme Court a creamy layer concept cannot be applied to deny benefits of quota in promotions to SC/ST government employees, says the stigma of caste and backwardness is still attached to them. And students are target of a suicide attack in Kabul, 48 people killed and 67 wounded as attacker targets building where young Shiite men and women were preparing for university entrance examinations. The condition of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee remains critical and he continues to be on advanced life support system. The All India Institute of Medical Sciences in New Delhi stated this as it released the latest medical bulletin on Vajpayee's health and is saying that his condition is still critical. Several leaders and ministers, including Home Minister Rajnath Singh, BJP Chief Amit Shah, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj, L.K. Advani, Union Ministers J.P. Nadda, Ravi Shankar Prasad and Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, among others, visited the hospital. Earlier in the morning, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu also visited AIIMS to inquire about the former Prime Minister's health condition. And earlier on Wednesday evening, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited AIIMS to inquire about Vajpayee's health. The 93-year-old BJP leader was admitted at the AIIMS hospital on 11th of June with a kidney tract infection, urinary tract infection, low urine output and chest congestion. My colleague Kriti Mishra is now joining us from outside All India Institute of Medical Sciences in New Delhi. Kriti, a statement from AIIMS this morning said that the former Prime Minister Vajpayee's condition continues to be the same. He is critical and on life support systems. What is the update that you're getting at this point in time?
Aishwarya, the situation remains grim here because former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, his condition is critical. Stream of political leaders are making their way to inquire about his health. In the morning, we saw that BJP President Amit Shah came. Thereafter, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu also came. A stream of leaders are making their way. Remember, he is widely respected and when rated across political spectrum, we saw political leaders from different parties making their way to inquire and to visit former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. We also saw Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Thereafter, we saw top BJP leaders making a beeline to visit him. And also, it is expected that a lot of other leaders and also chief ministers would come and inquire about his health and would also visit him. Remember, he continues to be on life support system and doctors from various departments, from nephrology, from pulmonology, from cardiology are catering to him. And if I can just request my camera person to pan a camera a bit and show you the position right now outside AIIMS, you can see hectic activity is going all around. The security has also been beefed up. I saw several people sitting here. They're praying for the improvement in his health and they're hoping that their beloved Prime Minister would actually recover. So prayers all around and hopes all around here at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Aishwarya?
Absolutely. And Kriti, you've been mentioning that a number of leaders, of course, have been reaching AIIMS early in the morning. Of course, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu was there, a BJP veteran L.K. Advani, Amit Shah and several other union ministers have also been visiting. And Kriti, there have also been reports that PM Modi may also pay a second visit to Mr. Vajpayee at AIIMS. And of course, Congress Chief Rahul Gandhi, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar may also reach AIIMS soon. What is the update that you can give us right now?
Well, that's right, Aishwarya. We've been hearing that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who also visited former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee on Wednesday, will make a second visit today. So the security in the entire region near AIIMS has been beefed up. We've also heard that Congress President Rahul Gandhi is also expected, and not only the BJP ruled states, the chief ministers of BJP ruled states, but other chief ministers are also expected to visit him. So certainly from every quarter there are prayers and there are hopes, and it is expected that the VIP movement would continue because many senior leaders of both the BJP and the Congress are expected to visit and inquire about the health of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Aishwarya?
And Kriti, as former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee's health remains critical, we understand there are reports that the BJP has postponed all its key events, including its national executive meeting, which was scheduled for 18th and 19th of August. So can you confirm that for us? And also, you've been telling us how the chief ministers of not only the BJP ruled states, but the other states' chief ministers are also coming to visit him. We understand that Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has also suspended his election campaign yatra, and of course Rajasthan Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje has also suspended her pre-poll campaign, and she is left for Delhi to meet former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
Well, absolutely, Aishwarya. So the BJP has postponed all its programs, including the national executive, and is also praying for the recovery of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. In the morning, we also saw that Farooq Abdullah, former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, he also paid a visit here, and also Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. There are a number of other CMs who are expected to pay a visit here. And as far as the BJP is concerned, certainly the party is, the situation in the party is extremely grim, and they're all hoping for improvement in the health of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Aishwarya?
And Kriti, not just political leaders and, cabinet ministers. In fact, the entire country, the entire India is praying for ex-Prime Minister Vajpayee. In fact, there were earlier visuals of Havans being conducted in his hometown, Gwalior in Madhya Pradesh, also in Lucknow, the constituency that he represented. And not only that, messages and wishes for Vajpayee's recovery continue to pour in from all across the country.
Well, that's right, Aishwarya. He is a beloved Prime Minister of all, not just of one political party. He continues. He is for all quarters. He is the statesman, and he is also known for his erudite speeches. In fact, when I came here at AIIMS, and also I'll request our camera person Jitendra to pan the camera a bit, you can see that in groups of 2 or 3 people are sitting, people are praying for his recovery. I spoke to a number of children also who came here to just inquire about his health, and they were also hoping and they were also praying that former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee should recover. So certainly from all quarters, as you mentioned in Lucknow and also in Gwalior, there were yags, there were havans. All of them are praying that once again they want to listen to that erudite speech of the statesman and also of the former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So certainly from all the quarters, we are hearing prayers here at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Aishwarya?
And of course, Kriti, he is a beloved leader of not only his party men, but he is respected across party lines. And Mr. Vajpayee is also, he endeared himself to the masses by the way he conducted himself. He's an outstanding parliamentarian. He was, of course, a master orator, poet as well. Of course, in the recent years, due to his ill health, he actually withdrew from the public life. But, he was not really away from anybody's memories, including his party men.
Well, absolutely. And as you said, that he is a beloved leader not only of the BJP but of the entire country. He's known for his oratory. His speeches are still remembered and are still quoted. Of course, for his poems, he's a prolific writer. He's a prolific writer, and we remember his speeches, we remember his writing, and also the kind of statesmanship that he showed. Also, his birthday celebrated as the Good Governance Day. He's been given the highest honor, the Bharat Ratna, by the BJP in 2014. So certainly a man of various tenets and various traits. So everybody who all of us here at the AIIMS also across party lines, across media lines, and also the people who've come here, all of us are hoping that he recovers. Aishwarya?
Absolutely. So messages and wishes for Vajpayee's recovery continue to pour in from all across the country. Kriti, you keep tracking all those developments at All India Institute of Medical Sciences. We'll keep coming back to you. On to the other big story of the day. Kerala is facing one of its worst floods. Death toll has crossed 80 now, with 5 people being killed in landslide in Palakkad today. Torrential rains have led to the collapse of public transport system in many parts of the state. The South Railways and Kochi Metro have also suspended operations. The Kochi International Airport is shut till Saturday, and water entered the airport area. Red alert has been sounded in all 14 districts of the state, with most of the rivers in spate. Incessant rains for over 24 hours has also worsened the situation. Shutters of 35 dams, including that of the Mullaperiyar Dam, are open. NDRF teams are engaged in rescue efforts. Flood waters have reached even second floors of various homes, and people have taken shelter in the terraces of their houses. They are trapped with no drinking water, no food, no power. Navy has been getting SOS from several marooned people, and the situation in Pathanamthitta district has been unprecedented, with the Pampa River in spate. Hundreds of people here are stranded at several places. Landslides have also claimed lives in the strait. And Air Force carried out rescue operations at the Engineering College, where the students were stranded. There were reports of landslides from Thrissur district as well, and major tourist centres including Munnar is virtually inundated. Rains also did not spare Thiruvananthapuram city, with low-lying areas being inundated, prompting residents to shift to relief camps. And according to the state government, more than 1.5 lakh people have been lodged in these camps across the state. A holiday has been declared for educational institutions in all districts, while colleges and universities have postponed examinations. Now, power supply, communication systems and distribution of drinking water have been disrupted in various parts of the state. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan again today. The two leaders discussed the situation in the state. The Prime Minister said that he has asked the Defence Ministry to further step up relief and rescue operations across the state. And Union Minister KJ Alphonse will be leaving for Kerala today to coordinate a rescue drive between the centre and the state. And Home Minister Rajnath Singh also had a telephonic conversation with Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. He said that the centre is rushing additional NDRF teams to Kerala. The Chief Minister convened an urgent meeting to evaluate the situation and directed the officials to requisite a maximum number of lifeboats from Tamil Nadu. The Chief Secretary was asked to contact neighbouring states for emergency assistance. As the drinking water distribution system collapsed in several parts, Vijayan asked people to minimise use of water being distributed by the state across the state.
നമ്മുടെ സംസ്ഥാനത്ത് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുന്നത് കേരളത്തിൻ്റെ ചരിത്രത്തിൽ ഇതേവരെ ഉണ്ടായിട്ടില്ലാത്ത നിലയിലേക്കാണ് കാലവർഷക്കെടുതിയുടെ ദുരിതങ്ങൾ എത്തിപ്പെടുന്നത്. നാം നേരിടുന്ന ദുരന്തത്തിൽ അയൽ സംസ്ഥാനങ്ങളുടെ കൂടി ചില ഇടപെടലുകളും സഹായവും നമുക്ക് ആവശ്യമുണ്ട്. ആ സംസ്ഥാനങ്ങളുമായി ഇതിനകം ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട്, തുടർന്നും ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയുമാണ്. കൂടുതൽ ബോട്ടുകൾ നമുക്ക് ആവശ്യമുണ്ട്. ഇത്തരം സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ ബോട്ടുകൾ എത്തിക്കുന്നതിനുള്ള നടപടികൾ യുദ്ധകാലാടിസ്ഥാനത്തിൽ സ്വീകരിക്കുകയാണ്.
Situation in Kerala is really grim at the moment. Meanwhile, rains are lashing Odisha as well. 2 persons lost their lives and 1 went missing as heavy rains pounded 5 districts of the state. Normal life in the state has been severely affected as heavy rains continue to lash the state since the last 3 days. The state government has put the district collectors to remain alert in view of the heavy showers. The Met Department has forecast more rain in the next 48 hours, with the low pressure area intensifying into a depression today. And with the coastal and other districts of Karnataka also receiving heavy rainfall, a flood alert has been sounded in the southern state. Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy has directed the deputy commissioners of the districts to be on high alert. Kumaraswamy has directed them to take preventive measures to avoid major mishaps due to floods and landslides. and also be prepared to take up relief work on time. And continuing with the weather updates in other states, Madhya Pradesh police has confirmed that all 45 people have been rescued from Sultangarh waterfalls in Gwalior's Shivpuri after water level increased due to a sudden release of water from the dam. A helicopter was earlier used to locate the missing people. Meanwhile, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Vasundhara Rajya has congratulated the administration for acting swiftly and rescuing people there. And in Delhi, the water level in Yamuna River continues to flow above the danger mark. Officials said that 613 people have been evacuated so far. And according to the East Delhi District Administration, the water level of the Yamuna River has reached 205.72 meters, which is above the danger mark. The danger mark is 204.83 meters. In Media News, time for a very short break. We'll be back with more news. Don't go anywhere.
शास्त्रों ने कहा है कि जब राजा अन्याय करता है तो नमक और शक्कर भी अपना रस छोड़ देते हैं।
जहां बेटियों की नहीं सुनी जाती, वो राष्ट्र उत्कर्ष नहीं कर सकता।
सुशासन का एक ही सिद्धांत है, जो न्यायपूर्वक शासन करता है उसे बाद में पछताना नहीं पड़ता।
यदि ईश्वर के सामने धर्म के शासन में हम सभी समान हैं, तो धर्म पालन करने और करवाने का अधिकार सिर्फ मेरे परिवार के पास ही सुरक्षित क्यों रहे?
मैंने तुम्हें पाटलिपुत्र का साम्राज्य इसलिए दिया है ताकि तुम खंड खंड में बटे हुए भारत को एक कर सको। याद रख, राजा का सुख प्रजा के सुख में है।
आप कर के रूप में सालाना अपनी उपज का हिस्सा राज्य के कोष के निर्माण के लिए देते हैं। यह शुल्क मेरे उपभोग के लिए नहीं, किंतु प्रजा के उपयोग के लिए है।
क्या नहीं जानते थे महाराज धृतराष्ट्र और पितामह कि एक स्त्री की रक्षा करना भी राजधर्म है?
मोर है भारत का और मॉरीशस की डोडो।
आ गई सतरंगी माटी से डोडो।
एक और एक दो?
नहीं, एक और एक 11वां विश्व हिंदी सम्मेलन मॉरिशस 18 से 20 अगस्त 2018।
Welcome back. The Law Commission is set to recommend a tough legal framework this month to hold Lok Sabha and Assembly polls together. According to news reports, the Commission would recommend amendments to the Constitution and the Representation of the People Act to ensure simultaneous polls. Although the recommendations of the Commission are not binding on the government, the report will allow an informed debate among political parties and all the stakeholders. In April this year, a Law Commission paper had suggested that simultaneous elections to Lok Sabha and state assemblies can be held in 2 phases beginning 2019, provided at least 2 provisions of the Constitution are amended and ratified by the majority of the states. It suggested that the second phase of simultaneous polls can take place in 2024. Meanwhile, Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat has said that the Election Commission is capable of holding Lok Sabha and polls to 4 state assemblies together in December if the parliamentary elections are advanced. And Union Minister Arun Jaitley has said that India has comfortable foreign exchange reserves to deal with any undue volatility in the currency market. Arun Jaitley's statement came after the Indian currency crashed to a lifetime low of 70.09 on Tuesday. In a series of tweets, he said that India's macroeconomic fundamentals remain strong and developments are being monitored closely. The minister said that recent developments relating to Turkey have generated a global risk aversion towards emerging market currencies and the strengthening of the dollar. He, however, added that the country's macro fundamentals remain resilient and strong. On to the other top story of the day. The centre today told the Supreme Court that the creamy layer concept cannot be applied to deny the benefits of quota in promotions to government employees of SC/ST community. It said that the stigma of caste and backwardness is still attached to them. Attorney General K.K. Venugopal told the court that there is no judgment which says that affluent people of the SC/ST community can be denied quota benefits by applying creamy layer concept. The top law officer said that even if some people of the community have come up, the stigma of caste and backwardness is still attached to them. Earlier on 3rd of August, the Apex Court had asked the centre as to why the states have not come forward with any quantifiable data to decide the inadequacy of representation of SCs and STs in government services, even 12 years after its verdict on the creamy layer. The 5-judge Constitution bench is examining whether its verdict that had dealt with the issue of creamy layer for reservations to SC and ST categories in government job promotions needs to be revisited by a 7-judge bench. And ISRO has said that it is ready to send a manned mission to space by 2022. After Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his Independence Day speech said that the country will see an Indian on a space mission under an indigenous space project called Gaganyaan before 2022, ISRO said that technologies for the said mission have already been developed.
हमारा देश अंतरिक्ष की दुनिया में प्रगति करता रहा है, लेकिन हमने सपना देखा है, हमारे वैज्ञानिकों ने सपना देखा है, हमारे देश ने संकल्प किया है कि 2022 जब आजादी के 75 साल होंगे तब यहां हो सके तो उससे पहले आजादी का 75 साल मनाएंगे, तब तक मां भारत का कोई संतान, चाहे बेटा हो या बेटी, कोई भी हो सकता है, वे अंतरिक्ष में जाएंगे, हाथ में तिरंगा झंडा लेकर के जाएंगे। आजादी के 75 साल के पहले इस सपने को पूरा करना है।
All along we were telling that there is the critical technology development for human in space. You remember that we are telling. And all this technology we developed under the name is the human in space, the critical technology development for HSP. That actually the technology related to required for this project. By the time the real the human space program is going to take off, by that time some 10 to 15 vehicles would have already flown. So that way, the confidence on the vehicle side also it is good.
News from Afghanistan, where a suicide blast in a mainly Shiite area of Kabul killed at least 48 people and injured 67 others on Wednesday. The explosion targeted an educational center in the west of the Afghan capital. Police say the suicide bomber walked into the center while teaching was underway and detonated his bomb belt. Many of those killed were teenagers who were getting extra tuition as they prepared for university entrance examinations. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the Kabul blast, but the attack bore the hallmark of Islamic State, which has conducted many previous attacks on Shiite targets. The Taliban issued a statement denying that it was involved. In another incident, at least 9 policemen and 35 soldiers were killed on their base in the northern province of Baghlan. The recent incidents are the latest in a wave of attacks that have killed hundreds of civilian soldiers and policemen over recent days. And the United States has imposed sanctions on 3 foreign companies that it accuses of helping North Korea's shipping industry. The action has been taken against companies based in China, Russia and Singapore, as well as the head of the Russian firm. Steve Mnuchin, the U.S. Treasury Secretary, in a statement said that these entities were helping North Korea evade international sanctions by rerouting exports and imports through Chinese and Russian ports. The U.S. says that Pyongyang uses its shipping industry to fund its nuclear weapons program. The move comes as the U.S. continues to press for full compliance with international sanctions against North Korea, while it continues to talks with the North on ending its nuclear program. There has been little headway in North Korean denuclearization talks since the June summit in Singapore between U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Let's get you some more international news. Here is the World Wrap. Imran Khan's party, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf's candidates were sworn in as National Assembly Speaker and Deputy Speaker on Wednesday, beating out the joint candidates fielded by a fragile opposition alliance in a secret ballot. Asad Kaisar and Qasim Suri were chosen as Speaker and Deputy Speaker respectively. After these two elections, the process for the election of Prime Minister or Leader of the House has been started, for which 65-year-old Imran Khan has filed his nomination papers. The joint opposition has announced to field Shehbaz Sharif against Khan. Election for the premiership will be held on 17th of August. Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte has declared a state of emergency around Genoa after a bridge collapse killed 39 people and severed the port city's mainland corridor with southern France. Conte said that the tragedy was unacceptable in a modern society. Meanwhile, hundreds of firefighters worked throughout Wednesday with lifting gear, climbing equipment and sniffer dogs to try to locate survivors and bodies. Rescuers have said that there is little hope of finding more survivors underneath the bridge, where dozens of vehicles fell from a height of 148 feet on Tuesday morning's collapse. And US President Donald Trump has revoked the security clearance of ex-CIA chief John Brennan, denying him any access to sensitive information. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders announced the decision by reading a statement from Trump. The statement cited Brennan's erratic conduct and behavior. In response, Brennan tweeted that the move was part of US President Donald Trump's broader effort to suppress freedom of speech and punish his critics. And former Indian Test skipper Ajith Vadikar is no more. He passed away in Mumbai at the age of 77 on Wednesday. Vadikar appeared in a total of 37 tests and he amassed 2,113 runs at an average of 31.07. He scored his sole century against New Zealand in 1968. He also played 2 one-day internationals for India with a high score of 67 runs against England in 1974. Vadikar was also instrumental in leading the Indian side to the famous Test series triumphs against England and West Indies in 1971. In 1967, the Government of India bestowed Vadikar with the Arjun Award. He also received the Padma Shri, the country's fourth highest civilian honour, in 1972. Vadikar also served as the manager of the Indian cricket team in the 1990s, along with the then captain of the national team, Mohammad Azharuddin. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have expressed their condolences over the death of the former captain. President Ramnath Kovind described Vadikar as India's finest left-handed batsman and captain. And Prime Minister Modi said that Vadikar would be remembered for his rich contribution to the Indian cricket. Also, Sachin Tendulkar, VVS Lakshman have expressed their grief over his demise. And that's it in this edition of Midday News. Thanks for watching.